Okay, well, I'd like to shift gears and talk about the Indian Point nuclear power plant in Buchanan, which is seeking to extend its operating license for 20 years. Critics of Indian Point cite safety and environmental concerns. Opponents, however, say closing the plant would leave the region with a shortage of a critical energy source and could add to its pollution and power costs. Indian Point, of course, is a significant revenue source for the county and for the local school district. It's also one of the larger employers of area residents with some 1,200 workers. Mr. Kaplowitz, you have gone on record for shutting down Indian Point. Could you please tell us your plan for addressing the concerns about the economic fallout of such a move, as well as alternative sources of energy?
Thank you for the question. That's not my position. My position is to convert Indian Point to a natural gas facility.
Okay.
There are those that say bookend close it, and there are those that say keep it open as is. If Greg and myself and perhaps others, and Mr. Ball has more than his modicum of ability to do it, had enough hot air, we could probably drive enough turbines there that we could obviate the nuclear fuel. The problem is we can't do that. So instead, what we must do is look to the safest fuel possible. We need the jobs, we need the power, we need the taxes. So I saw a Fort St. Vrain plant in Platteville, Colorado, that converted from a nuclear to a natural gas plant, has subsequently doubled its megawattage output, and in fact has increased the number of personnel, the taxes paid, and the like. That's my position. But my position has been and continues to be more than that. This is about energy. This is about sustainability. This is about renewable fuel portfolio that we need at the state of New York. I have a plan, like New Jersey, to put in over 5,000 megawatts of solar panel construction and installation. We can create 22,000 jobs and over $20 billion of revenue if we incent. We need geothermal. Another renewable fuel, 5 feet down, is a constant 54 degrees. I spoke to Henry Boyd, an artesian well fellow who digs up in Putnam. He can do this work, creating jobs, installation, and tax savings. And finally, we need conservation, smart electric meters, a smart grid. So Indian Point is a flashpoint for energy, but what it is emblematic of the fact that we need to focus on energy, and we need a real policy, and the state has not led. I will lead on energy issues.
And let me just clarify. Sorry. If the conversion plan that you talk about, would that be delivering similar energy to what
exactly the same?
Now?
There is enough. There's a gas power plant, pipeline that goes right under the plant currently. There is enough capacity that we can create the same 2,000 megawatts. As you know, we need 0.2 and 3 or 1,000 megawatts per. Yes, we can create the same 1,000. We would have the largest public works project in the state of history, in Westchester County's history, tearing down and decommissioning a nuclear side, building up the natural gas side, which in this environment are the jobs that we need, construction, particularly in that segment of the marketplace, people in certain ages in construction, and we would continue the power, and we would also continue the taxes. So it's a perfect solution. What has not obviously been wanted at this point is the leadership to make it happen.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Ball, what is your perspective? Should Indian Point be relicensed? Should it be converted?
You know, once again, we just wasted about 3 minutes of time talking about transferring, and it has been proven in editorial pages, it has been proven by studies, the entire concept that you can shut down a nuclear power plant at Indian Point and replace it with natural gas has been proven false. The reality is that our energy rates would double if not quadruple. And we were talking about the loss of thousands of jobs, and forget the old outstanding issue of spent fuel. The largest issue that we need bipartisan conversation about is spent fuel. By presidential directive, we're not allowed to use that spent fuel. There should be a federal change in that policy. That's what allows France to use nuclear energy and nuclear power. They're actually a net exporter of energy because of their nuclear power facilities. They have over 50 in France, not exactly a conservative dictatorship, but we're supposed to be having a serious discussion about energy, and we have a county legislator without any background research whatsoever went in front of Indian Point and said, let's close this place down, lose the 1,500 plus jobs, and we'll switch to gas tomorrow. It doesn't happen. It's not that simple. And it's fed to the constituency during the elections as fact. We have to do everything we can to make sure that Indian Point is safe. And we do have to move towards renewable fuels. My opponent continues to talk about green-collar jobs. We need more blue-collar jobs. We've got to reverse New York State's openly hostile environment. He can focus on green-collar jobs all day long. We have blue-collar people and white-collar people that can't find work, and those are the jobs we need to create. And the best thing that New York State can do to create those jobs is get out of the way. Politicians are not the solution. They're the problem, especially in this state.
So that's...
May I respond, Speaker?
No.
I just want to clarify. So to answer my question, you do support relicensing Indian Point?
I do support relicensing Indian Point, and I would, as a state senator, I will make sure that Indian Point is safe to the environment, to our communities, and to be honest with you, nuclear power has to be part of the equation. I do understand the concerns of having a nuclear power facility within the proximity of millions of people. That is an issue that has to be addressed, especially with an aging facility, but at this point, to suggest that it can be replaced with gas power makes no sense
Okay,
anywhere.
thank you,
It's not
thank you,
White
sir.
Plains or Albany.
We're going
All
to,
right,
we're
let's
going to,
get-
we're going to move